These are 5 creative camera shots that you need in your videos. And today, I'm gonna show you exactly how I get these shots. The first one, I like calling this the POV rigging shot. One of my absolute favorites because it just makes everything feel so much more alive. And all you need is 2 simple pieces of gear. A Noga arm like this one is from Small Rig, and a little clamp where you can screw in the clamp and then you can rig your camera on the bottom side and you can get these really cool POV shots. The cool thing is you can just attach your camera to a cell phone, to a door, to a toothbrush. Whatever you really think about, you can rig it to your camera. And suddenly all these like small objects become big characters in your storytelling. The next one is one of my favorite shots and I use it in so many of my videos. It is called the bird's eye view shot. So for this, you're gonna need a C-stand because you're gonna wanna be able to go all the way up to the ceiling. If that height is not high enough, we can do exactly what we did in this shot, use generative AI to just expand. When you're doing this, just make sure to get your full body because you're gonna wanna move within the frame, and if your body is cut out when you try to expand it, it's gonna look a little weird. So for this, we're gonna scale the image down just a little bit, then select inverse, then generative fill. Here you can add your own prompt, but for this one, I didn't have to add anything. I just kind of let it do its thing. But if you want specific lighting cues or that kind of stuff, you can add it here. Then just do this a few times until you're happy with how wide it is. Export and drag it back into your editing software. And here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take the top layer, which is the video layer, put the image, the generative image underneath, lower the opacity of the video layer, reduce it to about 50%, line it up perfectly, add a keyframe to zoom in and zoom out. And what you can do as an additional adjustment layer is go and add a little bit of motion blur, so when it's zooming out, it gives you that motion blur effect. Once you time it up perfectly, it should look exactly like this. Now the next one is very similar to the POV shot, but it's actually called the reverse shot. And the reason that it's reversed is because it's focusing on you instead of on the object. I think this is really interesting because it requires you to attach your camera to a specific item like a phone, and then have yourself walk around and get really dynamic shots as you're going around looking at your phone. Now this is a really cool way that you can get really cool cycling shots, you can get POV shots, you can get kind of snorri cam shots where you look drunk or dazed or confused. You can also rig a suction cup onto a window and then get the reverse shot of you driving. I often use the reverse shot when I'm using my camera and I want to really get a dynamic movement shot of me bringing the camera up to my eye. Now the next one kind of feels a little bit like cheating. There are these really cool shots that you've probably seen in movies and videos and stuff, which are called macro shots. Now, in order to get a macro shot, you often need a very expensive lens, a probe lens, a macro lens, or diopters that you put in front of the lens. But there's these really cheap adapters that are like tube extensions that you can add to your lens. And with this tube adapter here, it allows your lens minimum focus to be a lot closer. You can get them in different sizes. You can stack them up if you really need to get up close and personal on an object, or you want to get a close-up of your eye or that kind of stuff. These tiny little detailed shots or extreme close-ups are gold when it comes to storytelling and attention to detail. Now the last one is pretty cool. I honestly thought this would require so much more gear in order to pull off. When you're looking at movies, there's these really nice crane tilting shots. A lot of them are either usually done by an actual crane or a Pee-wee/Chapman dolly, which has a hydraulic press. Now, if you're, a content creator or an average filmmaker, that kind of gear is extremely expensive to rent. So if you're looking at getting it on the cheap side, I have the solution for you. All you really need is a tripod and an extra pair of hands. And this shot is called a poor man's jib. So all you really need to do is put your tripod on the table and slowly tilt it downwards. Make sure that you have this top bird's eye view perspective when you start. All you have to do is you bring the tripod down. What's really cool is you get movement, you get depth, and you get that mini cinematic feeling with absolutely minimal gear. So yeah, these are 5 very simple shots that really elevate your videos, and you don't require a lot of gear to get these cool shots. So hopefully you enjoyed this video today. Thank you so much for watching it. Definitely let me know which one was your favorite, and if you have any more creative, cool shots to add to the list. All right, thank you so much. Definitely like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.